TBL's dedication and support in the Moshi region have single-handedly boosted Tanzanian athletics.
The marathon itself actually contributes to the growth of running in the area, and it's definitely improved the running capacity of the region over the last 12, 13 years.
Historically, there has always been great rivalry between the Kenyan and Tanzanian runners. After watching the Kili Marathon and seeing the Kenyans crossing the line and taking the gold countless times, Domitian, from a small town outside Moshi, decided it was time to inspire the Tanzanian runners. He set up the Holili Youth Athletics Club, the only one of its kind in Tanzania.
What inspired me, I was very much discouraged to see the Kenyans coming and taking the rewards in front of us, while we have some guys, some people here who can do better than them. So after finding the reason for why, I discovered that one of the main activities, if you want to get a good performer in running, you have to have a camp. Bring those guys, put them in the camp.
Domitian set off in search of the perfect place for a training camp, and in the foothills of Kilimanjaro found the village of Tarakia, where he set the feet in motion. Here, some of Tanzania's best and most promising youth have begun the training program that Domitian believes will put Tanzanian runners firmly in the spotlight.
We decided to bring the camp at this area, at the slope of the Mount Kilimanjaro, due to the reason that the altitude for athletes, it is about 15 to 22, which is a very good altitude for runners. Even the Kenyans, they admire this area to train themselves because of this altitude.
This area is wonderful for training. When we train together in the group, is better than to train alone.
Napenda kufanya mazoezi mahali pa mamilima kama mlima Kilimanjaro vile, kwa sababu ni mahali ambayo hali ya hewa iko juu sana. Ni kama nikifanya mazoezi hapa zaidi kwa sababu wenzetu kama Kenya, kama Ethiopia wanafanya kwenye mahali pa hali ya hewa juu sana.
The Holili Youth Athletics Club is doing all they can to promote running and the community spirit of sport in Tanzania.
We have our slogan as a club that sports brings people together, come and join us. That is the slogan is showing itself in Kilimanjaro Marathon.
One athlete to watch is Alphonse Felix, who has already managed a second place at a half marathon in Korea earlier this year and is hoping to do really well at the Kili Marathon.
The training is good. I think this condition of here is good. So the next Sunday in Kilimanjaro half marathon, if God wish, I will be in top 5.
And in the half marathon, Alphonse Felix in the blue and white is right up near the front as he competes against some of the best runners in the world. As happens many times in a half marathon, the lead switches often as the large group sticks together with aggressive running. The half marathon route starts on the road outside the stadium and climbs steadily up towards Mount Kilimanjaro. At the 10-kilometer mark, the new route heads down a short section of dirt road before a super-fast second half down to the stadium. It is at the beginning of this downhill that 27-year-old Kenyan Alves Lagat breaks away to lead the race. Last year's winner, 22-year-old Kenyan Sila Limo, tries desperately hard to keep up with him. But Alves Lagat is running like a man possessed and is on track for a new event record. He sprints into the stadium for a new fastest time of 1 hour, 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Sila Limo is just 30 seconds behind him. Alphonse Felix of Holili Youth Athletics Club managed his 5th position. But Tanzanian Jacqueline Sakilu was the heroine of the day and received a standing ovation as she won the half marathon in a new fastest time of 1:12:43, leaving behind Kenyan Cynthia Tonet and Naomi Mayo. The Kilimanjaro Marathon is an opportunity to raise awareness of the devastating demise of Africa's giants. The African Wildlife Trust is facing one of the biggest challenges of the 21st century: to save the African elephant.
We're losing about 30 elephants a day. That's 10,000 elephants every year, just here alone in Tanzania. As the African continent, we lose 30,000 elephants a year. It's not going to take very long to lose 400,000 elephants. You know, within 7 to 10 years, there will be no elephants left in Africa. Ivory is mainly used as, it's pure ornamental and it's a sign of wealth. So there is no medicinal value to ivory. It's all ornamental. And we're losing this beautiful species that we have here in Africa just for a few trinkets here and there. So it's very sad. It's a very sad moment for all the elephants here in Africa and for the world if we lose all our elephants.
With the numbers declining, as we're hearing, 55,000 that are left, we've got to do something about it now as opposed to waiting until it's in critical state, if it isn't already.
We have 500 people in this marathon running wearing this t-shirt saying "Say no to poaching." And ivory only belongs on elephants, as you can see on the other side. And especially this message goes to China. Please stop the demand for our ivory and leave our elephants alone.
And from elephants to, well, dogs. John Mad Dog Wallace, the holder of a world record, has run 370 marathons in 120 countries.
Ran my first marathon when I was 38 years old in the USA. And like every runner I've ever talked to, a marathon runner, I've swore I would never run another one. But I got hooked. And then, like I said, I started then, I ran the 50 states, and then it just kept going. Running is an addiction, if people don't know that. Runners know that. And I'm truly addicted, but it's a good addiction. So Kilimanjaro was actually always on my bucket list. I wanted to come here, run the marathon, and then climb the mountain.
Next up, the Gapco 10 kilometers disabled marathon is a great initiative, and the race has grown steadily over the years. These athletes really put in great effort as they haul themselves and their wheelchairs up some serious hills around Moshi.
The 2014 Gapco Marathon Disabled has been very fun. It has really been organized well. We have prepared ourselves, and the competitors has done a good number of them, and they have done well. There were two categories of competitors. We have hand wheelers and also the cycle. And all of them were very amazing when they were competing. And the hand wheelers, they really performed well this time.
It's an event that the competitors look forward to each year with great enthusiasm, and they really enjoy the race, the day, and the exercise as they go 10 kilometers in the cool weather. The prize money of 6 million Tanzanian shillings is also a great incentive.
The marking of today was immeasurable. The winner got into the last starting and finishing with amazing good time.
Over 3,500 people joined together to run the 5-kilometer fun run. Another magical display of guts, determination, and sheer pleasure as they make their way through the tree-lined streets of Moshi.
Vodacom Tanzania Limited, we believe that we are in this business because of the people, and we would also like to give back to the people, to the community, and that's why we have decided to come to this center here and give back to the people.
Part of Vodacom's CSI is to assist people with disabilities, and they donated 5 million Tanzanian shillings, which will get new wheelchairs for 16 children, enabling them to move around freely and enjoy life once again.
We're going to make a big impact to those kids who will need wheelchairs, because some of the kids they are supposed to go to school, but because of the mobility problem, they can't go to school.
Canada! Canada! Yay!
The rest of the runners of all ages make their way towards the finish line to the cheering of the supporting crowds.
Yes, you are welcome. The minimum.
And there are still some fighting soldiers out there.
May the force be with you.
You know, I think marathons are fantastic, but the Kili Marathon is obviously just super special. She's here, Mount Kilimanjaro, and as we all know, you can either drink it, climb it, or run it, or walk it. And, you know, even this morning, just looking at Kilimanjaro, Mount Kilimanjaro, we had a perfect view. She stood up high above the clouds, and there she was, you know, in all her majesty. But this weekend, really, it's about fun. It's about just socializing, soaking up the vibe, and meeting people from all over the world, you know. Fantastic, fantastic weekend.
Thank you, Kilimanjaro Marathon and Super Sport. So, thank you, Hala Super Sport.
Ivory poaching, that's not good. Yeah. So we need to fight for this. We all together.
This amazing marathon was brought to you by its proud sponsors, Kilimanjaro Premium Lager.